good morning, dear Shem Stars. How are you all? I hope you all are utilizing your time in studies while being safe at home. So as you all know, in the previous class, we were discussing about animal tissues. So we are going to continue with the same in today's class also. So let's begin with the class, children.
So let's start with the next part in the animal tissues. So first of all, we will be discussing about muscular tissue. Children, there are three types of muscular tissue: striated, unstriated and cardiac. Actually, try to understand muscles or muscle tissue of the body consists of long, narrow muscle cells. These cells are elongated in structure and therefore called muscle fibers. A muscle fiber may contain one or more nuclei. The muscle cells are typically arranged in parallel manner and contract in a definite direction, which cause movement of body parts or limbs and locomotion of organism. These movements are brought about by contraction and relaxation of contractile proteins present in the muscle cells. Muscles play a role in almost every activity of an organism, including the movements of the body or limbs, the movement of heart, flow of blood and lymph through the vessels, passage of food through the alimentary canal, flow of air through respiratory tract, etc. So we say there are three types of muscle fibers: striated muscles, unstriated muscles and cardiac muscles. To start with, the first type, first of all children, striated muscles. Striated muscles form more than 80% of the mass of soft tissues in a vertebrate body. They are attached to the bones by tendons and help in the movement of external body parts. Therefore, they are also called as skeletal muscles. The contraction and relaxation of these muscles are under the control of the animal. Therefore, they are also called as voluntary muscles. They are cylindrical, unbranched and multinucleated. Multinucleated means more than one nucleus. They are having nuclei. They have dark bands and light bands present in them. Just because of the presence of these light and dark bands in these muscle fibers, they are called as striated muscle fibers. The next type is unstriated muscles. These are also called as smooth or unstriated muscles because they do not show any stripes or striations across the muscle fiber. Each cell is long, narrow, spindle shaped with pointed ends and has only one nucleus. That is why these are called as uninucleate, situated in the center. These fibers are generally shorter than the striated muscle fibers. These are commonly found in alimentary canal, uterus, iris of an eye. They are spindle shaped and involuntary in nature, means they are not under the control of the organism. Third type of muscle tissue or muscle fibers are cardiac muscles. They are commonly called as heart muscles because they are present in the heart. They are cylindrical, branched and uninucleate. They are involuntary in nature. Again, they are not under the control of the organism. The cardiac muscle consists of short cylindrical fibers which are branched and joined end to end to form a network. Each fiber or cell contains one or two nuclei situated in the center. Generally, intercalated discs occur between the ends of the fibers. The cells show faint cross striations. The cardiac muscle is an example of involuntary muscle. They are not under the will of the organism. Just now I have told you before also. Now the functions of cardiac muscles, children, very important. Cardiac muscles contract and relax rapidly and continuously with a rhythm, but they never get fatigued, means they never get tired. Contraction and relaxation of cardiac muscles cause pumping of blood out of the heart and into the heart regularly.
Thank you, Shem Stars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries if you have any on the Google Classroom. Take care. God bless you all.